Good morning to all.
Good morning, sir.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Fine. Today we deal with variable mass systems, right?
Yes, sir.
Technically, F external is equal to dP by dt, right? So the second term of the differential V into
dm by
dP
dt.
by dt is what we are highlighting today. But we will not take that directly because there will be a possible mistake in that. We'll derive it from first principle. Right, we have a possible mistake here. If you directly write F external is equal to d by dt of mv, this you will write mdv by dt plus v dm by dt. Undoubtedly, this is right, but this should be relative velocity Vr of the small element removed with respect to the leftover element. How do you justify that? Unless we solve from the first principle or the basic principle, you will not be able to see that. Have a look at this. This is mass m moving with a velocity of u. It may be rocket, it may be something going in the free space where there is no external force. Where there is no external force. Right? This mass m will eject a mass dm with a velocity vr. So capital M minus dm or delta M. Say call this delta M. The velocity of this will be u minus delta. It is somewhere in free space. There is no external force. So momentum can be conserved. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That was the first point. Second point. This mass is ejected in the same direction. It's like holding a gun and firing the gun. Gun will move in the backward direction. If it were moving in the forward direction, now its velocity should decrease. You are firing delta m with respect to this in the forward direction. Bullet fired in the and a gun is initially moving this way. It fires something ahead. So either its velocity decreases or it will go in the backward direction. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Technically, I can make a guess by my intuition that delta u should be negative. I will not take negative, I'll take positive and solve. If I am wrong, I will get a negative sign for delta. Momentum all throughout we did this.
Yes, sir.
So can you repeat the first point again?
Where we have done examples where a man jumps off a trolley. The trolley is already moving with some velocity. When the man jumps off, either the trolley slows down or it goes
Or
back.
goes behind. Yes, sir.
but I have assumed it to be going in the forward direction and I have written the equation. If my equation is wrong, I'll get a negative sign. Fair enough?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, initial momentum is m into u. Momentum conservation should always be done with respect to inertial frame or ground. This is the relative velocity with respect to this. When you know that momentum should be conserved with respect to ground, why don't you take this as some v with respect to ground? I cannot. For practical reasons, when a rocket is somewhere in the space, the velocity with which it is ejecting the efflux, it will be measured by sensors placed behind the rocket. So for all practical reasons, I will be able to measure VR only. Rocket is at a very far out distance. I don't know the velocity that reflects with respect to the ground. The sensors placed behind the rocket will give us the speed of the efflux. Those sensors will give you speed of the efflux with respect to
Rocket.
Okay.
for practical reasons, I will get VR. I will have to translate it with respect to ground and then conserve momentum. VR plus U plus delta. Now these both will happen simultaneously. Capital M minus delta M into U plus delta. So far, so good. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes,
sir.
Simultaneously, capital M will acquire a velocity of U plus delta U. So when a flex is ejected, this velocity is U plus delta U. VR is with respect to this. Plus velocity of this with respect to ground. I'll get the velocity of this with respect to ground. Delta M into VR. Delta M into U. Plus delta M into delta U. Plus M into U. Plus M into delta U. Minus delta M into U. Minus of delta M into delta. I just opened up the bracket. This is called simplification at the most. M into U will go. Delta M into delta U, delta M into delta U will go. Delta M into U, delta M into U will go. M into delta U, I divide by delta minus VR delta M by delta. Negative sign. Tells me delta U is, I have taken positive. Technically, the velocity should decrease. When I fire something in the forward direction, velocity of this should decrease because the total momentum of this is capital M into U. You removed some momentum from it. Leftover momentum should be lesser.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So delta I am getting negative. This quantity is referred to as thrust force or impact force. So how are you asking me to solve problems on this? Suggestion is, along with all the existing forces, along with all existing forces, add one more force called thrust force, and then equate to m dv by dt. Along with all the existing forces on the system, add one more force called thrust force. What will be the direction of the thrust force? If mass is increasing, thrust force is opposite to the direction of V. If mass is decreasing, thrust force is, I did the reverse. If mass is, here mass was decreasing. Mass was decreasing. Thrust force is opposite to the direction of VR. When mass is increasing, thrust force is in the direction of VR. In the direction of VR. If mass is increasing, thrust force will be in the direction of VR. How do you want me to remember this? Rocket propulsion. In a rocket, the exhaust is given out in gallons per second. Mass of the rocket is decreasing. VR is in the downward direction, thrust force is in upward direction.
Upward direction.
So how do you want me to remember this? If the mass is decreasing, thrust force is opposite to the direction of VR. That's what you got. Mass is decreasing. You got thrust force opposite to the direction of VR. If mass is increasing, thrust force is in the direction of VR. If mass is increasing, thrust force is in the direction of VR. I'll justify that in proper forms as well. Take it down till.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
So just a minute.
sir, can you give an example where mass is increasing in free space?
अभी शुरुआत तो हुआ है, सारे एग्जांपल्स लेंगे, डिक्रीजिंग भी लेंगे, इंक्रीजिंग भी लेंगे.
Okay, sir.
Done.
Now listen. I put the same thing in a slightly different way. Same derivation in a slightly different way. Suppose you are firing the same situation. This is capital M moving with a velocity of u. This releases delta M with relative velocity. Then M minus delta M. For it to move with the same velocity, I should apply an external force. When delta M is fired in the forward direction, I am holding a rifle. When bullet is fired in the forward direction, I should apply an external force on the rifle to keep it at the same position. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, if M minus delta M should move with the same velocity, I should apply an external force. I make a guess that the external force is in the forward direction because delta M is fired in the forward direction. Thrust force will be in
Backward direction.
For it to move with the same speed, I should apply an external force in the forward direction. Do you people agree with this?
Yes, sir.
Now, how much will F external be? Delta P by delta. Momentum final minus momentum initial by delta. Final momentum. M minus delta M. And I know by default that what is the value of the thrust force I should apply? Equal, what is the value of external force I apply? Equal to thrust force.
That force.
This into U plus delta M into VR plus U. This is the final momentum of these both minus initial momentum is M into U divided by delta. Do you agree with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Open up the bracket M into U minus delta M into U plus delta M into VR plus delta M into U minus M into U upon delta. will be equal to the external force I apply, so that this is moving with the same velocity. Mu will get cancelled. Delta mu gets cancelled. F external is equal to VR delta M by delta. This is the external force, and this I'm getting positive. I took everything in this direction positive, and I got thrust force to be positive. I mean external force. That means this external force should be equal to the thrust force on it for it to move with the same speed. So what is the direction of thrust force? Backwards, opposite to the direction of VR, because the mass is decreased. Justified?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Take it down till here. I will show you examples of
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Huh.
I have still not understood that VR denotes what exactly relative velocity with respect.
What is your guess? VR is relative velocity of the exhaust with respect to what, according to your guess?
Ground.
VR. Relative velocity with respect to ground lane.
No, sir.
Then with respect to what is it?
Sir, the body.
एक ही बॉडी है यार, क्या पूछ रहे हो? जरा सोच समझ के पूछा करो यार. यू डिस्ट्रॉय होल ऑफ द क्लास. एक रॉकेट ऊपर जा रहा है, एग्जॉस्ट इज कमिंग आउट. दिस रिलेटिव वेलोसिटी विल बी विद रिस्पेक्ट टू व्हाट मींस ग्राउंड बोल रहे हो. ये हो रहा है तेरा जे का तैयारी. फिजिक्स दूर की बात, कॉमन सेंस तो यूज कर लो ना यार. एक रॉकेट ऊपर जा रहा है, एफ्लेक्स का वेलोसिटी इज वीआर with respect to what, मतलब ग्राउंड. नाम क्या है बेटा आपका? आप मुझे उल्लू बना रहे हो या मजाक कर रहे हो? इतना तो बता दो।
Sorry, sir.
अब फिजिक्स रॉकेट साइंस दूर की बात, कॉमन सेंस तो होनी चाहिए वहां। नो लिसन, this is a trolley. There is sand in this funnel which will start spilling at the rate of mu kg per second. You're pulling this with a force of F. Initially, the mass is m0. Everything will start at time t equal to 0. Somebody asked, give me an example of increasing mass. Increasing mass,
Yes, sir.
थोड़ा ध्यान से सुनिए. At t equal to 0, force is applied. At t equal to 0, mass of car is m0. At t equal to 0, sand starts spilling into the car. At t equal to 0, velocity of car is 0. Car was at rest initially. Whole of the game started at time t equal to 0. Whole of the game started at time t equal to 0. Your application of the force, sand started spilling, the funnel is fixed. Funnel is fixed. You can see these two horizontal lines. The funnel is fixed. Funnel is not moving. So at time t equal to 0, mass of the cart is m0. What do they want? Find the velocity of the cart as a function of time. Find velocity of cart as a function of time. They are asking you find velocity of the cart as a function of time. Firstly, did you understand the question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, after time t, in a short time interval dt, let the velocity of the cart be v. After time t, in a short time interval dt, let the velocity of the cart be v. Right?
Yes, sir.
थोड़ा ध्यान से सुनिए. All I have to do is, along with all the existing forces, add one more force called
Thrust.
Thrust force.
equate it to mass into
dv by dt.
PVD.
dv by dt
dt.
or acceleration. Fair enough? Now I
Yes, sir.
direction of the thrust force. After time t, in a short time interval dt, you are applying a force of F. dm particle or delta m amount of sand is falling vertically. Cart is moving in this direction with a velocity of v. Delta m is falling vertically. So relative velocity of the sand particle in the horizontal direction will be 0. Velocity of the sand particle minus velocity of the car will be velocity of the delta m with respect to the car.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Velocity of the sand particle in the horizontal direction is
0.
0.
minus velocity of the car is v.
V. Yes, sir.
Sir.
The velocity of the sand particle with respect to the car is v in the backward direction. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
R is equal to v in backward direction. Second most important point. If mass is increasing, if mass is increasing, thrust force is in the direction of VR. This is what you told me.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now that means I should take thrust force in this particular direction.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
One way of looking at thrust force. Remembering this, find out the relative velocity of delta m with respect to the cart. With respect to cart क्यों लिया यार भैया आपने? Dynamic equation cart का लिख रहे हो? Dynamic equation किस चीज का लिख रहे हो? Cart. So relative velocity of the sand particle with respect to the cart will be taken, right?
Yes, sir.
Mass is increasing, thrust force is in the direction of VR. मुझे ये सब याद नहीं रखना यार. I want to go by visualizing the diagram. बड़ा ध्यान से सुनो. Delta m when it falls in the car. Delta m when it falls in the car. It will be exerted. A force will act on delta m for it to move along with the car.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the force I will show in red ink. Force on delta m. Initially delta m did not have any velocity in this way.
Yes.
Now delta m has a velocity in this way. So there is a force on delta m in the forward direction.
Yes, sir.
It's
Yes, sir.
accelerating in that direction. Reaction of the force on the cart will be in the backward direction. Reaction of that on the cart will be in the backward direction. Do you all agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You understood how the direction of the thrust force is taken. Either
Yes,
go
sir.
by the thumb rule or consider the small element dm which is either entering the system or leaving the system. Here delta m is entering the system. It doesn't have any horizontal force. Horizontal velocity भी है नहीं. It's falling vertically. After falling into the sand car, it will along with the sand car to move in the forward direction. That means there is a force on delta m in
Horizontal direction.
Horizontal.
horizontal forward direction or
Sorry.
positive direction.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Reaction of that on the cart will be in
Backward direction in the horizontal.
right.
Yes, sir.
So now I will solve the problem. Firstly, take it down to here. Now I understood how to take the direction of the thrust force. What should I do? Along with all the existing forces, I should add one more force called thrust force and equate it to mass into acceleration.
So can we try?
So can you give us 5 minutes?
Here I don't mind.
Yes. What is the mass of sand particle?
Is the
Delta m.
mass of
Sir, that that. So what is
Yeah.
its number? Mu.
Asking the mass of the delta m.
delta m? What is the mass of delta m? Delta m is the mass.
Mass of the sand particle. Sorry, sir.
There is delta m.
Okay, so Sir, answer is coming in long term.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. So you can solve.
Now, your dynamic equation will be F minus Ft is mass into acceleration. Do you all agree with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I told you both the possible ways of finding out the direction of the thrust force. What is the value of the thrust force? Ft is Vr dm by dt is equal to m naught plus mu t into dv by dt. See if you are convinced with this step. M naught is the initial mass when the sand yet didn't start spilling. After time t, how much sand do you think would have spilled into this mu t?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because sand is spilling at the rate of mu kg per second. So after time t, this is the mass of the car. Right? Now, F minus, what is VR value? We
Nine.
already calculated. V mu is equal to m naught minus mu t into dv by dt. So far, so good.
It
Yes
will be
or no?
plus mu, plus VU.
Yes, sir, plus VU.
Why?
V mu.
Minus.
Sir, because VR is minus V, right?
VR is minus V.
There's a negative
Because
sign
of that,
before.
I took the direction in this. How many times will you take that? Because this is minus v, I know relative velocity is in the backward direction.
Yes, sir.
Because the relative velocity in the backward direction, I will take ft.
Okay, sir.
If I make this plus, that means f and ft I am adding.
Okay.
Doesn't
Yes,
make
sir.
sense, right? You have already taken minus VR, tells me that this will be VR is in this direction. And VR's value is equal to V, because of which I decided the direction of the thrust force. Right? It should be
Yes,
F
sir.
minus this force. dV upon F minus mu V is dt upon m naught minus mu. At time t equal to 0, velocity was 0. Time t equal to t, I want the velocity as a function of time. Ln of f minus mu v upon minus mu 0 to v. Ln of m naught minus mu t upon minus. Right? Denominators will get cancelled. Now this will be f minus mu v upon f. I substituted the limits. Will be equal to m naught. Why did I make this minus from plus? This was plus, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Plus
Yes, sir.
It was a mistake. Right? So I will have negative sign here. This minus, when I bring it to this point and then to the numerator, it will be m naught by m naught plus mu. See if you are convinced. This my mu I cancelled. Minus 1 I got it here. That I got it to the power of this. So now when I apply the limits, I applied the limits 0 to t. I'll get m naught by m naught plus mu t. Now cross multiply and find out v, which I believe will not be difficult for you.
So I'm still not understanding in that third step, why did you put it as minus vu instead of plus vu?
Take plus vu. See the final answer. अब प्लस क्यों करूं मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. कारण तो बता दो क्यों प्लस कर लो.
So because he calculated VR is minus VN, so we're taking right as positive, left as negative, right?
Right. So you got the direction of VR.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What force is in the direction of VR?
Sorry, sir, can you repeat the last statement?
Thrust force is in the direction of VR.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
तो
sir.
फिर नेगेटिव क्यों डालूंगा उसमें जब डायरेक्शन लिया है f minus ft लिया.
Okay.
Rate velocity is in this direction VR. So thrust force you took in the direction of VR. अब इसको नेगेटिव डालूंगा तो या आगे आ जाएगा यार.
Okay, sir.
If I take SC equal to UT minus half AT square for a decelerating body. What did I take? SC equal to UT minus half AT square.
Now,
What is decelerating? Now again you put A as minus 2. Body is decelerating. So what did I take? SC is equal to UT minus half AT square. अब A के प्लेस में minus 2 डालूं या plus 2 डालूं?
sir, अरे plus
Plus
कर
two.
लेना.
Because you already taken the negative sign once. कितने बार लोगे? दो बार same negative ले रहे हो मतलब you are making it positive. So relative velocity just gives you the direction of that. If mass is increasing, thrust force is in the direction of relative velocity. So I have taken the direction for the thrust force. Again, I put a negative in front of it and changing the direction of the thrust force. Or if you people are comfortable visualizing this, technically what was told to you, along with all the existing forces, add one more thrust force and equate it to mass into acceleration. This is what you told me.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Along
sir.
with all the existing forces, add one more force called thrust force. Now thrust force you want to, I didn't take the direction here. Now you tell me what should I write? It will be minus VR dm by dt minus b dm by dt because VR is in the backward direction. Equate it to this. वही तो है.
हाँ सर ये better लगा समझा.
हाँ सर ये
You will be in soup if you follow this. Better follow this. Decide the direction of the thrust force and apply. But once you understand this, this should be the second step that you are putting. Don't do that. First multiply, find out the expression for velocity. Tell me when you're done with it.
Yes, sir, done.
Done, sir.
Now this is a car. You are applying a force of F at time t equal to 0, mass is m0. Sand starts filling at the rate of mu kg per second. Everything starts at time t equal to 0. At t equal to 0, F is applied. At t equal to 0, mu kg per second sand is spilling out. At t equal to 0, mass is m0. Right? T equal to 0, velocity of the cart is 0. Find the velocity of the cart as a function of time. Question is, find velocity of cart as a function of time. Right? So now what do I do? After time t, in a short time interval dt, let the velocity be v. After time t, in a short time interval dt, the velocity will be v. Tell me the direction of the thrust force and then start solving.
Sir, maybe in the
Sir, can you
direction
repeat
of
the
F.
last sentence? Sir, can you repeat that question?
After time t, the velocity of the cart is v in a short time interval t. Tell me the direction of the thrust force.
in direction of F.
Direction of मुझे F plus FT लिख के I'll have to do, right?
Yes.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Direction of thrust force बोलो. One student typed it correct. प्रणय K. Direction of thrust force बोलो.
Sir, behind means backward.
The forward.
Only one student got it right. Sand is spilling along with the car, right? Relative velocity of the sand particle with respect to the car in the horizontal direction is 0. You're dropping something from a balloon. Kinematics may be learned this. When you drop something from a balloon, velocity of the body with respect to the balloon is 0. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sand is spilling vertically downwards. In the horizontal direction, what is the relative velocity?
0.
Vertical direction, if this exhaust is quite high, then vertical direction the car will move up.
Yes, sir.
But here sand is spilling, so the relative velocity is not so huge that the cart will bounce upwards. You take a piston and push the sand downwards like a rocket propulsion. You push the exhaust downwards, the cart will move upwards. Horizontal direction means there is no thrust force. Why relative velocity is 0? Horizontal direction, VR is 0, implies thrust force is 0. This point, firstly, is it clear to all?
Yes.
So now you know what the equation F is equal to m naught minus mu t into dv by dt. Why are you bringing in calculus when thrust force don't exist? Mass is changing. Mass is changing. M naught minus mu t after time t is the mass into dv by dt. Can you find out the velocity?
Yes, sir.
V by F is dt by m naught minus mu. Time t equal to 0, velocity is 0, time t equal to t. Find the velocity as a function of time. Tell me when you're done with
Yes,
it.
sir, done.
So in this case, there will be a vertical thrust force, but it will be insignificant, right?
Insignificant, right? Unless the sand is given very high velocity in the downward direction using a piston, sand spilling will be very small. Suppose I deal with rocket propulsion. When you speak about a rocket propulsion, here the exhaust will be very high. The exhaust attains very high speeds, right?
Yes,
Derivation may negative sign generally creates confusion for the students. 90% of the books available, 99% of the books available to you don't explain how the negative sign comes. And it's quite simple. They directly put a negative sign and they say mass is decreasing. Your mass is decreasing already you have taken, no, yeah? Because mass is decreasing, you say this is capital M and this is dm by dt, which is coming up. So here mass is decreasing, so thrust force will be in the opposite to the direction of VR. Relative velocity of the exhaust with respect to the rocket is in the downward direction. Mass is decreasing, so thrust force will be in.
vertical.
Upward direction.
You already took the direction. Your equation will be Ft minus mg is m into dv by dt. Do you agree with this equation?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now, when you write Ft, it will be Vr dm by dt minus mg is equal to capital M into dv by dt.
Yes.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Explanation. They'll directly put a negative sign in front of this and they tell you mass is decreasing. ये तो चीज
We already took.
decreasing already you have taken. Because mass is decreasing, you decided direction of thrust force opposite to VR. Again, a carry negative sign will be a mistake, which I
Yes,
already
sir.
explained in the first instance. What actually is happening here is, observe this. This is small m, mass of the flex. Capital M is the mass of the rocket. So very technically, d capital M by dt will be minus d small m by dt. Rate at which this mass is coming out will be equal to the rate at which the mass of the rocket is decreasing.
Yes, sir.
They're two different things. They're not the same. You are writing the dynamic equation for the rocket. Here, what is dm by dt? The mass of the flex coming out per unit time. जितना भी mass of the flex बाहर निकला, उतना mass of the rocket is
Decreasing.
Decreasing.
So this change of the parameter is something that they don't explain. You have to put a negative sign in front of this. VR minus d capital M by dt minus mg is equal to m into dv by dt. This is d small m by dt. This is d capital M by dt. Now divide all throughout by m and multiply all throughout by dt. Minus VR dm by m minus g dt is equal to d. What did I do? Divided all throughout by capital M, multiplied all throughout by dt.
Yes.
dv is equal to integral of minus g dt minus VR integral of dm by m, m initial m5. Time t equal to 0, velocity is u, time t equal to t. I want the velocity as a function of time. At time t equal to 0, the mass is m initial, velocity is u. This will be v minus u is minus gt minus vr ln of, make it plus m initial by m final. Technically, it should be m final by m initial. Because of this negative sign which I took it to the power, I made it m initial by m final. V is equal to u minus gt Vr ln of m initial by m final. Velocity of a rocket as a function of time, assuming small g, you are close to the Earth's surface. Suppose you are far away from the Earth's surface, gt don't
won't act.
exist. This mg will not exist. This will be the only expression.
Yes, sir.
Or far away from the Earth's surface, this mg will not exist. That means this gt will not exist. Only this expression will exist. U plus Vr ln m initial by m final.
Sir,
Hmm.
so in previous questions, we were doing m naught plus mu t. Over here, why we are taking only a capital M?
Previous questions you wrote mass after time t. So m naught plus mu t or m naught minus mu t. Here in time dt you are writing the dynamic equation. In time dt, at that instant the mass is
M.
m initial to m final. M initial is m naught. M final is m naught minus mu. M initial is m naught. M final is m naught minus mu. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So in the last step, why can't you just write m initial as m?
M naught होगा यार. Initial mass आप कहाँ से ले रहे हो? That is the problem. Take it from the ground. M naught. Why we don't write it that way is because this expression will vary. Are you taking it from ground? Are you taking it much above? So on and so forth. So you kept these options open for you. आपको जो time interval में चाहिए ले सकते हो. After time t in a span of 10 seconds. So in that 10 seconds, m initial, m final. So in that span of 10 seconds, gt will exist or not is your discretion. Are you far away from the Earth's surface or close to the Earth's surface? Sometimes the value of g will be changing when you are within the Earth's vicinity, but not on the Earth's surface. So g will be decreasing. So time limit, you can take anything. On the Earth's surface, far away for 10 seconds I need. 10 seconds के time interval में m initial and m final ले. वहाँ का m initial, वहाँ का m.
Understood, sir.
Sir, if VR is -3, we'll take it as +3 in the final equation, right? Because that's what we derived.
Here is only magnitude. Here directions के साथ नहीं लगा. You already took the direction for V.
Yes, sir.
So, so why aren't we considering variation in G, or will it be considered in the coming problem?
Pardon?
Why aren't we considering variation in G?
आपको पता है how G varies now? Do you know the formula for variation of G?
No, but sir, it can be used, right?
Create करोगे. Gravitation chapter में variation of G will be taught.
Okay.
ये समझने में आपको दिक्कत हो रहा है. इसको don't add spikes. ये G is not constant. It will vary. Do you know the expression for variation of G? If you know, substitute it. I have no problem. If not, wait till gravitation is taught. Now listen, a chain is freely falling from a certain height. A chain is freely falling from a certain height. They want to know what is the force exerted on the platform. Force exerted on the platform as a function of x. Lambda is the mass per unit length. Firstly, did you understand the question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, force exerted on the platform, one expression will be weight of this. Weight of the chain on the platform. Weight of chain on platform. Plus thrust force. क्यों भाई साहब? Thrust force क्यों आ रहा है यहाँ? Take a small element dm. It is moving with a velocity v, strikes the ground and comes to rest. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Consider
Yes,
a
sir.
small element dm. Moving with a velocity v, it strikes the ground and comes to rest. There is change in momentum. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
There will be force exerted,
Yes, sir.
which we call as thrust force. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
This problem, to make your life simple, they will tell you a heap is not formed. Why? What is the problem if heap is formed? We don't know the shape of the heap. The falling part of the chain strikes which part of the heap. If I permit heap, the heap will be like this. Now, falling part of the chain, is it hitting here? Is it hitting here? Is it hitting here? Here, the direction of force will change. Predicting the force exerted on the ground becomes impossible because that will depend on the shape of the heap. Depending on the shape of the heap, direction of the force to be resolved in the vertical direction. So they tell you in this problem that a heap is not formed. Assume there is no heap formed. The chain is like dm element strikes the ground and it comes to rest. Force on the element is in which direction? Upwards.
Yes, sir.
On the floor, the force will be
Downwards.
Onwards.
weight plus the thrust force.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right? अरे नहीं, हमें एक रूल बताया आपने. If mass is increasing, thrust force will be in the direction of relative velocity. वो रूल से direction of thrust force बता दो हमें. Which element are you drawing the free body diagram? For the element which is on the ground?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
As far as this element is concerned, this small element dm, relative velocity is in the downward direction.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Mass is increasing,
Yes, sir.
so thrust force will be in the direction of
Relative velocity.
be in
क्या sir?
Downward.
downward direction. Relative velocity of dm with respect to this chain is in the downward direction. And this part of the chain का mass is increasing. Why did you select this mass? आप free body diagram उसी mass का लिख रहे हो. जिस mass का free body diagram या dynamic equation लिख रहे हो, उसी mass will be considered for either increasing or decreasing. Here mass is
Increase.
Increasing.
relative velocity of dm is in,
Downward.
Downward direction.
so thrust force will be in the direction of,
Relative velocity.
thrust force will be in.
Downward
Direction.
Direction.
मुझे ये सब नहीं देखना यार, बस मोमेंटम चेंज देखना होगा. वेलकम. dm mass is striking the ground and coming to rest. So on dm, force will be in,
Upward direction.
Upward direction.
action on the floor will be in.
Downward direction.
Downward.
Weight of the chain is lambda x into g. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now this thrust force, if you go by the formula VR dm by dt, ground is at rest, so relative velocity is velocity with which the element is striking.
Yes.
Ground is at rest, this part of the chain is at rest, so relative velocity will be velocity with which it is striking the floor. dm by dx into dx by dt. What have I done?
Chain rule.
Chain rule.
Chain rule.
dx by dt will be v,
Yes.
and dm by dx is lambda. dm by dx, mass per unit length is lambda. dx by dt is v. This will become lambda v square. अरे मुझे ये फॉर्मूला याद नहीं रखना है. I will go from first principle or fundamental principle. F is dm into v minus 0 divided by dt. Change in momentum per unit time. Small element dm is moving with the velocity v. It strikes the ground and comes to rest, divided by dt. Is the force, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Sir.
Yes.
dm by dx into dx by dt into v. Lambda v square. You're welcome using any possible way. All that you have to do is substitute this here, lambda v square. Lambda x into g plus lambda root over of 2gx whole square. What is the velocity of the chain? Falling part of the chain. If the chain fell by a distance of x, freely falling chain is falling only under gravity.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this will be lambda x into g plus 2 lambda x into g. This is the net force. Irdov is asking you to prove that the thrust force is 2 times the weight of the chain on the platform. HCV is asking you to prove that the net total force is 3 times the weight of the chain on the platform. Both mean the same to me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes,
Thrust
sir.
force is 2 times the weight of the chain on the platform, or total force is 3 times the weight of the chain on the platform. Key catch, weight everyone will calculate. Thrust force. Direction on the platform is in the downward direction. Either use this or this, I have no problem either way.
Sir,
Yeah.
so in this question, initially was the chain completely off the table or did it start falling with part X on the table?
No, this is the initial state.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Huh.
so why don't we integrate the weight of the chain on platform as it falls every time we calculate the thrust force?
Integrate karoge. You want the force on it at this instant. Previously, what force it exerted?
Okay,
by
sir. Okay. Got it, sir. I was comprehending it.
Now here, they want to clarify to the students that we should be the relative velocity. Platform is at rest. So relative velocity and the velocity will turned out to be the same.
Yes.
What if the platform is moving? What if the platform was moving inside an elevator? You have a chain like this. The moment you release the chain, the platform starts accelerating upwards with an acceleration of 8. The moment you release the chain, platform starts accelerating upwards with an acceleration of 8. After time t, the chain is like this. It fell by this distance, this moved by this distance. This is the platform. Question is the same. Find force exerted on platform. Here, they didn't ask you as a function of x. Here, they are asking you as a function of time. Force exerted on the platform as a function of time. Now, this distance is half gt squared. Do you agree with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Because you want it as a function of time. And the distance moved by the platform is half at squared. So what is the net force exerted on the platform? Weight of the chain on the platform plus thrust force. Do you agree with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sounds simple. Now I know the thrust force on the platform is in the downward direction. Weight of the chain on the platform is this mass per unit length into half gt square plus half at square. This is the length of the chain on the platform. Do you agree with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Mass per unit length into length. I get the mass of the chain on the platform. To get the weight, I should multiply this with
G.
G.
With G.
A plus G.
The A plus D.
A minus
D plus A. Man
Ah.
inside a left,
Ah.
if the elevator is accelerating upwards, what is his weight? M into G plus A.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sorry,
sir.
sir.
People who put G will be in. So this is the weight of the chain on the platform. Lambda VR square. You already derived lambda VR square. I'll not do it again.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
But key catch here is they want to know if you know that this is VR or not. This is, and here it is G plus A. This is a platform which is accelerating. It is as good as an elevator. Man dropped the chain inside the elevator. Normal force will be M into G plus A. If the elevator is accelerating
Upwards.
upwards.
Upward.
Now lambda by 2 G plus A whole square T square plus lambda GT minus of minus 8. GT is the velocity of the small element downwards. AT is the velocity of the platform. Relative velocity of the small element with respect to the platform is GT minus of minus AT. V equal to U plus 8. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Lambda by 2 G plus A whole square T square plus lambda G plus A whole square T square. This is 3 lambda by 2 G plus A whole square T square.
Yes.
Force exerted on the platform as a function of time. Two important catches. Here it is G plus A. Second, this should be relative velocity of the small element with respect to the platform. Relative velocity of the small element with respect to the platform.
So,
Hmm.
so the first equation you wrote F is equal to weight. That is the normal or the weight exerted by the spring on that platform, right?
This is this weight exerted by this chain on the platform. The weight of the chain already on the platform. Force exerted on the platform will be this weight plus the thrust force exerted by this small element.
Okay, sir.
Can we proceed?
Yes, 1 minute. Yes, sir. Done.
No. Present one very tricky situation. There is a hole on the top of a table. A smooth hole on the top of the table. You have a heap of chain on it. Lambda is the mass per unit length. A heap of chain is kept on the top of the hole. From underneath, you just slightly pull and release the chain. Slightly pull and release the chain. Find the velocity of the chain as a function of x. Find velocity of chain as a function of x. Is the question clear?
Yes, sir.
First thing that will come to the student's mind is loss in potential energy is gained in kinetic energy. You have done chain
Yes,
problem in work energy theorem.
By 2.
There is a difference. In work energy theorem, upper part of the chain was moving with the same speed as the hanging part of the chain. I repeat, in work energy theorem, upper part of the chain on the table was moving with the same speed as the hanging part of the chain. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The upper part of the chain is at rest. Suddenly it starts moving. So the small element of chain which was at rest and suddenly started moving will generate a thrust force. I repeat, work energy theorem, you took whole of the chain moving with the same speed. Here that's not the case. Upper part of the chain is at rest. There is a small element of this. When I draw the free body diagram of the heap of the chain, a small element dm and this element x. I am drawing 3 here. Small element dm. Right? So this small element dm initially was at
Yes.
Rest.
Rest.
suddenly it started.
Moving. Sorry, sir.
There is a change in
Velocity.
Velocity.
momentum.
Momentum. Sorry.
Momentum.
Momentum.
Thrust force.
Yes.
Is produced.
Now
It will be in opposite
you
direction.
are drawing the free body diagram for this part of the chain. Agreed?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Mass of this part of the chain is
Increase.
increasing.
Increasing.
Yes, sir.
If mass is increasing, thrust force will be in the direction of.
Relative
Increasing.
velocity.
Relative velocity.
There is an observer here. When the chain is going down, he will feel the dm mass is going upwards.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
According to him, thrust force on this chain will be in the upward direction. Lambda x into
Yes,
g
sir.
weight will be in downward direction.
Yes, sir.
I repeat this logic, dhyan se suniye. You are drawing the free body diagram for this part of the chain. Your dynamic equation is for this part of the chain. So,
Yes, sir.
as far as this chain is concerned, the small element dm above will appear to move upwards because the chain is going downwards.
Yes, sir.
It's like telling you in a rocket propulsion, if you're on the exhaust, you'll feel the rocket is going upwards.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? This element appears to go upwards. Here, mass is increasing. So, thrust force will be in the direction of VR,
So,
Yes, sir, we are.
in the upward direction. मुझे ये सब नहीं करना है यार. I want to go from first principles. Welcome. DM element was at rest. DM element was it at rest?
Yes, sir, it was.
Sir.
And it got pulled in the downward direction. So force on DM will be in
Downward direction.
Upward direction.
of that force on this chain will be in
Upward direction.
Upward.
happy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
My trouble starts here. Conservation of energy you cannot work out because there is thrust force doing work.
yes.
कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मोमेंटम आउट ऑफ क्वेश्चन भाई साहब. वर्टिकल डायरेक्शन में ग्रेविटी एक्ट हो रहा है, नॉर्मल फोर्स एक्ट हो रहा है, बहुत सारे फोर्सेस है. मोमेंटम कंजर्व नहीं कर सकता. तो फिर सीखा क्या है आपने इतने सारे महीनों में? so many lectures में we have learned only three things. Dynamic equation, conservation of energy, conservation of momentum. अप्रैल लास्ट ईयर से अब तक सिर्फ इतना सीखा हमने. हाँ, एक डायनेमिक इक्वेशन सीखा है, दूसरा कंजर्वेशन ऑफ एनर्जी सीखा है, तीसरा कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मोमेंटम. Conservation of energy you ruled out, conservation of momentum you ruled out. What else do you have?
Newton's second equation.
Dynamic equation लिखो. Lambda x into g minus thrust force is lambda x into dv by dt. You have no other option.
Yes, sir.
And thrust force का value already you derived as lambda v square.
Lambda cut जाए.
Smart. I'll give you an equal opportunity to prove your smartness. Cancel out lambda. Xg is equal to v square plus x dv by dx. You don't have any other equation at your disposal other than dynamic equation, conservation of energy, conservation of momentum. You learned a technique called constraints, which you cannot apply here. Length of the chain kahan apply karoge? Which makes no sense.
Yes.
So you don't have anything else. You have to solve only this equation. Velocity as a function of x. And you don't have any other equation with you. You will have to find out velocity as a function of x.
सर इंटीग्रेट करना पड़ेगा.
सर फिर इंटीग्रेशन वो सब
करो, जो मन में आए करो. Let me see if you can simplify.
Sir, I was having a small doubt. So can you explain why velocity relative is in the upward direction again?
Chain is going in the downward direction. A particle is at rest here. So a person on the chain will see the particle going
Upwards.
Upwards.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
because the mass is increasing, thrust force is in the
The
direction.
same
of-
direction. Yes, sir. Same direction.
Sir, a doubt. So how did dv by dt become dv by dx?
Chain rule.
Chain rule.
Human bias. dv by dt. It is human bias. The next I should do is convert that into dv by dx. So by chance I put it here. I indirectly gave you people a hint. I am waiting for you. An idea changes your life. Think out of the box solution. Traditional simplifications won't work here. think out of the box solutions. Traditional equations will not work here. Now listen, I told you an idea changes your life. You have one equations and two variables. You want velocity as a function of x. You want the answer of one in terms of the other variable, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Other problem is you have got a differential equation dv by dt.
Sir, वो तो
X and v are more than sufficient for our headache. Eliminate dt. How will you do that?
dx by dx in chain
Yeah.
rule.
I by
rule
mistake
basically, yes.
give you the hint at the start itself. Xg is equal to v square plus x v dv by dx. dv by dt I wrote as v dv by dx. Do you agree
Yes,
with it?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now because this is a differential equation, I have to bring it in terms of a perfect differential.
Sir, हाँ sir तो try कर.
Pardon?
So
we'll try.
So we will try. Sir, 1 minute.
What?
Sir, आपने work power में सिखाया था perfect differential.
Me, but that perfect differential procedure recognizing was different. That you will not be able to apply here, that technique. Here, all I can tell you is this should be a perfect differential with something into V square.
Sir, x.
Multiply all throughout by 2x. What did I do?
Multiplying 2x.
All throughout.
Yes.
Can I write this as d by dx of x square v square?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, how does this idea strike to you? It doesn't strike for anybody at the first instance. We have to do hit and try. Because I have v square here, I'll try to express it as a perfect differential of x into v square, x square into v square. Both I will try. For x into v square, because I have v square here, x into v square, whatever I multiply, I will not get. But to get x square into v square, if I multiply this equation with 2x, my job is done. So I have to try both. Now you know what best can be done. Bring dx to the right and integrate d of x square v square. Right? So this will become 2g x cube by 3 is x square v square. So v is root over of 2gx by 3. A very typically unique problem. Can we have another problem like this? Maybe that will become x cube x to the power 4. That is much beyond your scope. Even this simplification process is beyond your scope. This is pushing you to the upper limit, the maximum. JEE can never cross these levels.
Oh, sir, I had a small doubt about the previous problem. Can I ask?
Previous problem of concept.
Sir, I thought I understood, but I was still having a doubt.
What is it?
Sir, in the previous problem, sir, how did you write mass in terms of half gt square and half at square? Lambda into that?
Lambda is mass per unit length.
Yes, sir, and then you multiplied by half gt square plus half at square.
Half gt square, half at square are the length.
Acha, okay.
Mass
By
आ गया ना?
half gt square and the platform moved up by half at square. They are the lengths, right?
Okay, sir, understood.
So done.
I have two more problems which I'll have to give you on chains and make you solve. Other than that, conservation of momentum is over. Homework.
Full booklet.
Full booklet.
Full booklet.
Full assignment.
Full SCV.
Complete booklet, complete assignment.
Okay, sir.
So you are going to discuss the assignments question.
Yes, I will discuss the assignment in the next class. When is the next lecture?
So
Thursday doubt.
doubt lecture.
So I'll start with the discussion of assignment or HCV. HCV is done.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, sir, no, sir.
HCV done. HCV तो कभी आपने दिया?
No.
HCV प्रतीक सर ले लेंगे तो भी चलेगा.
तो HCV we had done a long time ago, ना?
Okay. Mera question not whether you did or not. Are the doubts of HCV already
नहीं
taken?
नहीं,
or
not done.
No, sir.
Not done, sir.
Doubts are not done.
Only
Do
exercise
you
one
have
doubt are
another
done.
doubt lecture this week with any other faculty?
No, sir, with you.
With you.
हाँ, तो वी हैव टू टेक HCV में यार, किसी और का डाउट लेक्चर भी नहीं लगा हुआ है, तो पहले HCV सॉल्व करूंगा डाउट्स, फिर असाइनमेंट सॉल्व करूंगा, फिर बुकलेट जाऊंगा स्टेप बाय
ठीक
स्टेप.
है सर.
Let us also buy some time so that you get time to complete all this.
So mostly completed 98%. थोड़ा ही बाकी है.
Good. Complete that. I'll take the doubts. We are in no hurry because before the major test, I start rotational dynamics. I will not be able to give you homework because rotational dynamics is not there in the major test. That is
So
one
this
more.
was the last lecture of CUM.
Yeah. Though I have two more problems. दो problems change पर करवाना है अभी भी.
तो डाउट लेक्चर में करवा देना तभी.
हाँ, पहले वो दो problems करवाऊंगा and then I take the doubts.
So is there any assignment on variable mass?
वेरिएबल मास पर सेपरेटली है नहीं, जो भी प्रॉब्लम्स है वेरिएबल मास का स्टूडेंट्स फाइंड इट डिफिकल्ट, सो क्लास में ही करवा रहा हूं. ये सारे चेन प्रॉब्लम्स आई कैन गिव इट एज असाइनमेंट, बट आई इंटेंशनली डू इट इन द क्लास बिकॉज़ स्टूडेंट्स फाइंड इट टू बी डिफिकल्ट.
हाँ सर.
हाँ सर, ये इसमें ही फट गई.
Sir, this Sunday TWT where the portion is in CUM.
TWT you will have only up to center of mass.
Nice.
Okay, sir. So no collision.
No collision.
TWT no collisions.
So the other batches have not
And for
reached there
MT,
yet.
sir.
Other batches are just completed center of mass.
So for MT then same portion.
MT I'll let you know.
Okay sir.
Paper is in.
फिर थोड़ा दया दिखाना.
Sir, you are going to set a practice question paper for us this week. or not?
Yes.
Saturday.
So just Saturday ना? Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you sir. Bye.
Bye sir. Thank you sir.